In 2010, a group of caring people recognized that 1. McPherson County had people living in poverty, and 2. What we were doing about it wasn't working. We were giving people concrete resources like food, clothing, and rent assistance, but those people were remaining in poverty. That small group of compassionate people formed what's now known as Steps to End Poverty of McPherson County, or STEPMC, to try to find ways that we could actually solve poverty in McPherson County. They realized that our community's approach was based on what middle-class people thought would end poverty, rather than what people in poverty knew they needed. So, STEPMC began to reach out to people in poverty, asking what they needed to get ahead. STEPMC quickly realized that our middle-class systems were keeping people in poverty, and that people in poverty knew exactly what they needed to get out of poverty, but they didn't have the resources to get unstuck. STEPMC asked if they could walk alongside people as they worked to get out of poverty, and the results were amazing. Families started to overcome financial poverty once and for all. At STEPMC, we have learned that people in poverty are the experts on poverty. We now know that poverty is not just about the money, and we have seen the power that a supportive relationship can have on someone who is struggling. We have found long-term solutions to ending poverty in our community, one where, instead of handing out fish, we learn to fish together. We envision a community of hope, abundance, and connection, one where we are building relationships that transform lives and move our community beyond poverty. We choose to believe that people in our community are doing their best, that the responsibility for poverty lies not just with the individual, but also with our community and our institutions. We believe that when we build community, we end poverty. The people at STEPMC are people who want to be here and are willing to put in the hard work to overcome poverty. So, what does this look like? Each week we gather together to share a meal, followed by an hour and a half of programming time, where we talk about what people in poverty identify as their main needs. Some weeks we may talk about budgeting. Other weeks we may talk about trauma or setting healthy boundaries. Other times we bring in community experts to talk about interviewing or education. During our program, we also offer a youth development program to give kids opportunities to connect with the community that they may not otherwise receive. At the heart of our program, we build intentional friendships between people working to overcome poverty and people who aren't in poverty that want to be supportive. These relationships break down the stigma and discomfort that we have with people from other social classes. We are always looking for people to cook meals, help out with kids, make people feel welcome, become an intentional friend to someone in poverty, or contribute financially. If you are interested in doing something about poverty in our community, click the link in the video description to get involved today.